Welcome back to another episode of Unpopular Review, AEW Dynamite Edition. I am one of your hosts, the executive consultant, joined by Mike Knox filling in for Z Asylum, who's going to make it tonight. Lots to talk about AEW Dynamite, but we're going to start off with some sad news in the wrestling world. Rest in peace to superstar Billy Graham, who passed away. The news broke that he passed away about an hour or two ago. So, definitely want to pay our respects.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, let's respectfully pause in silence as we toll the bell 10 times.
Rest in peace to superstar Billy Graham, a icon, a legend, and a large influence to wrestling as we see it today. So want to pay our respects to superstar Billy Graham. Mr. Mike Knox, how are you doing this evening?
I'm here, man. AEW. See, when I get to watch AEW, it's a good show that week. Well, is it? Let's talk about it.
I'm glad somebody has that luxury that when they get to watch AEW, it's a good show that week. I will tell you something. I was upset we did not have a show last week.
It was last week. Was
in
good.
My feelings, and I was like, "Wow, that actually looked like a really good show." And I missed it. I missed the opportunity to talk about it. And then we get to tonight. Let's go ahead and talk about it. This night starts off with Christian Cage coming out after being called out by your TNT champion Wardlow, who basically wanted Christian Cage to spit in his face. Christian Cage came out, said a whole bunch of stuff with Luchasaurus, started to act like he was going to spit in the face until Wardlow provided the beatdown. But in Christian Cage fashion, old school, always works. Low blow right to the nads. And Wardlow is pretty much left lying with Christian and Luchasaurus. Standing tall, looking to challenge for a TNT championship. And it should have been foreshadowing. I didn't even pay attention to it. But bringing out the ladder in this this beatdown was set up later for Wardlow to challenge him for the TNT championship at Double or Nothing next Sunday. Mr. Knox, what are your thoughts on this segment?
First of all, next week's gonna be a hell of a wrestling weekend. Okay.
Yeah, you know what? I until I was really paying attention to it tonight, it did not click in my head that these two pay-per-view PLEs are right next to each other.
Yeah, back-to-back nights of PLE pay-per-views. The unprettier on the ladder I thought was great. I loved it. Wardlow, I need AEW stars to look like you're a star or try to look like you're a star. Okay, wear a full suit, my guy. You don't look right in a casual shirt, like in some pants and some shoes, some loafers, like you're going to go play some golf, Wardlow. You're supposed to be bigger than that, okay? And I'm also confused with this because I love Christian. I love Christian in this spot. I get it's Double or Nothing. This is their big pay-per-view of the year. But I was really hoping when all this stuff was going on, he was just going to be the mouthpiece, if you will, for Luchasaurus. I like the way Luchasaurus is. I love Christian. I'm a huge Christian fan. I have a son named Christian, okay? Part of why my son name really did come from the wrestler Christian. I thought it was a great name. And so, damn, but I'm here for it. I can't wait. Next, I like it. I like it a lot.
I like it a lot because I'm a big fan of Christian, just like you.
Yeah.
I did want him to be more of a managerial role of Luchasaurus. And for the most part, he is, but he seems to take all the blow-off matches. the culmination of the
Yeah.
feud. But I think it's in the end, it's still going to really benefit Luchasaurus. And Christian is very good at getting heel heat. He always has been very good as a heel. For somebody who, a lot of people talk about how size really matters in wrestling to me. And Christian's always been a smaller guy, but he's one of the ones that
Really?
I thought.
I don't think Christian's a smaller guy.
Christian's a smaller guy. Christian's a smaller guy.
It's the same size as Edge.
Edge is like.
I'm not a smaller guy.
Edge is.
It's a medium guy.
Edge is like.
Edge is a medium guy. If you played WWE 2K, which I know you do, you whipped my ass last weekend. Okay, he's a medium guy. He's not a small guy. He's not a light heavyweight.
Edge is 6'5".
He's not a light heavyweight. Christian's 6'4.5". Matter of fact, I'm gonna Google it to be sure.
Yeah, go ahead and Google it because I think Christian's more like 6'2", but he's very small. But I never let that bother me when it comes to Christian because he's that good in the ring. But this is going to be a really interesting feud. Wardlow needs something to spice him up a little bit because I still feel like he's not where he was.
6'1". Okay, but listen, I have a motto: any man over 6 foot's a man. So Dice ain't here. He's under 6 feet. Just saying, I love you, Dice. Not saying another man. Just saying, real men over 6 feet. That's all. You're small.
Dice could be here. You wouldn't see him. But the thing is, I think it works with Christian. Christian's very good, just like Adam Cole. Mm-hmm. Adam Cole's another guy to me. They're really going to mic is so good that it makes me forget about the fact that they're small fries. But Christian, shout out to him. I would like to see him win that TBS or TNT championship, but I seriously doubt that's happening.
I don't see it happening either. Yeah, I don't see it happening either. Warlow needs to keep it, but if they give it to Christian, as a homer for what I'm a homer for in AEW, I wouldn't be so mad. But only because I just think they keep dropping the ball with Warlow, and I think they had a big.
They do. He looked uncomfortable.
Well, they had a scene with him, and then they pulled the trigger back, and to me that,
Speaking of triggers, Arn Anderson has pretty much lit the fire in him when he threw the ice against the wall later. So I thought that was a nice segment, and I won't say I was here for it, but I did enjoy it.
Oh, you wasn't here for it. Okay.
Speaking of things I wasn't here for, next thing we're going to talk about is Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy, that pairing, versus The Firm, which is Big Cass. I'm not going to call him Big Bill. Big Cass and Lee Moriarty, who really puts butts in seats.
You shouldn't do that, yo.
The thing is, I'm a huge Orange Cassidy guy. We talked about size. We talked about Christian Cage. We talked about Adam Cole. Orange Cassidy, another guy that got it for me because I couldn't stand him at all when I first saw him. But he's really grown on me. He's actually one of my favorites in All Elite Wrestling. And he's the Atlantic champion. Okay, good job. I like his title. Very good. Darby Allin coming out there, and I know they're trying to continue to give him some victories and stuff as they prepare for him in this main event match.
Well, they made sure all the people who participated tonight won their matches from the pillar, just going into the pillars match. Mm-hmm. So I thought that was pretty cool. I like tonight's show. I like the pace of tonight's show, and I thought that match was pretty good as well. But I'm with you. I just can't. Hey, listen here, Big Bill, Cass. I just need. Again, when I watch AEW, and I find it not hard to watch. I don't. I find it hard to watch to me the same way I would watch if I was watching another product like, say, WWE, where to me a person fits or doesn't fit, right? Or not being used right? To me, they just collect people like Infinity Stones, just Tony Khan. Wrestlers are Infinity Stones to him. And everybody doesn't need to fit the puzzle. Like we're going to talk about later about some big news that happened to them. And I'm like kind of, about that. But stop collecting things to not be able to use them. If I'm going to go out here and collect Voltron, I'm going to form Voltron. I'm not going to go out here and get myself a black line, a red line, a green line, a blue line, and then don't form Voltron. It doesn't make any sense.
Can't say I disagree with you, but what also doesn't make sense is having Lee Moriarty in a match of Dynamite. The man, I know he tries, and I'm not saying he's not talented.
Yeah,
but he's not it.
He's just not that guy.
All right, he's not that guy.
He's not that guy.
I think
Orange Cassidy's that
guy. Orange Cassidy's that guy. I think if Lee Moriarty was in Impact Wrestling or even Major League Wrestling, I think he will be
better. I wish he'd have went to Impact. Again, certain people belong in certain federations if they're not going to have the right production or push behind them. And he was great because that mouthpiece was so great on the mic. He just had to do his job to beat him up after that. He got the crowd hyped. Okay, and that's what was their that was their shtick. Again, storyline. What's your character? His character was beat up the guys after my little small pipe-sized friend got you all riled up. And this ain't working in this combination in any kind of way whatsoever. It just doesn't work. They didn't even have Stokely out there, Hathaway out there with him tonight. So
no, because apparently he's deleted.
Oh, okay.
Next thing we're going to talk about, the Young Sucks come out there. They just show up for AEW Wrestling or AEW Dynamite. And
this was the best part of the night. Yeah.
Blackpool Combat Club does what they do best. They just come out, appear out of nowhere and just beat people up for no reason. Not any reason. They're currently beefing with them, but they just appear out of nowhere and they just beat them up. That's what the BCC do, right? I loved it. Anytime the Young Bucks get beat up, I loved it. Right? I love it. Every time. I can't stand them. So I was happy to see it. But, that segment is what it is. We'll talk more about that later. Next match we're going to talk about, because when I'm not going to skip most of Orange Cassidy's little interview segments, right? Because I don't need to see him. Renee
that was the first time I was a cat. Like last time, the first alive.
Do you have a bottle of alcohol around you? Because I play this game when I'm doing these review shows or any kind of show.
No,
take a shot every time something happens too much.
I'm drinking water.
Okay, well, drink that bottle of water, the whole bottle, every time Excalibur cannot say Renee Paquette's name properly. Because this happened all freaking night.
I can't say her name properly.
Well, hey, you know what? I wonder if Dean Ambrose.
Renee Paquette.
Renee Paquette.
Paquette. That's not that hard. Renee Paquette.
Well, let me tell you, Excalibur was struggling. Okay,
well, Excalibur sometimes struggles.
Yeah, well, whatever.
But I like Orange Cassidy's backstage interviews. Man, you want to bring it?
No, it was good. I just want to bring them all. I want to talk about
just do
all.
It. Okay.
Talk about all in one time. We'll talk about that later. But Exodus Prime versus Sammy.
That name was amazing, though. I'm gonna make him on 2K. That is a great wrestling. I don't know if it's a great wrestling name, but it's just a great name. I'm a Transformer Mark. So I heard that. I was like, huh?
It was a great wrestling name, but it wasn't a great wrestling match because it did not last that long at all. It was just so Sammy can get the W and talk as a babyface now, I guess.
If I could be serious for a moment.
Go ahead, Mr. Storm.
Sammy Guevara is a cry on the microphone as a oversized woman who did not bathe in Arizona. That was horrible. Sammy Guevara to wrestle. This is the problem with this company for me. It really, really is. He is too damn good in that ring to not be improving on that microphone. He needs Jericho. He needs to be aligned with anybody. When he is by himself, he is embarrassing to watch damn near. It's a shame. Because I like the kid. All right. And I like what he said. I like that, I made my mistakes. I did this. That's real. The same thing with this whole shit with Morant going on out here. He's 23 years old. Don't kick him out the league just yet. He's still 23 years old. People got to remember that people are young. And it's not yesterday's kids are not today's kids. So he got to get fixed because that was really bad to me.
Oh, I don't disagree with you. It was very bad. But I'm still not hugely sold on Sammy Guevara. I do see the talent, but he's so small. And now, this is going to be the thing. But remember what I said with Adam Cole. Remember what I said with Orange Cassidy. Remember what I said with Christian Cage.
Yeah.
Sammy doesn't have it. And what is the reason why? You just mentioned it on the microphone. I would like to see it happen for him because I guess I do see the talent. Mm-hmm. But I can't get past the fact he's so tiny. I was thinking of when he was in there. He needs to gain about 30 pounds.
He does. All of them do.
Yeah.
They are the extremely underweighted wrestlers.
I agree. Let's go ahead and talk about it. Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and Sonya Dutt, along with Santam Singh.
I'm sorry, what's his name?
Santam Singh.
No, Sanjay Dutt. You didn't say that.
Sanjay Dutt, whatever.
Yeah.
They come out. They get attacked immediately by FTR. Tony Schiavone was in the ring. He introduced him. I forgot to mention that because it sounded like he was hoarse or something. But What happened was FTR comes out there and it made me realize, FTR is only the tag team champions simply because of the fact they were going to leave if they didn't get those championships. And it really bothers me.
It bothers me too. But hey, you got to play your leverage how you play it.
Yeah, because, they are over, don't get me wrong, but I really feel like they did not need the titles right then and there. They just wanted the titles because
they're the third best tag team in wrestling.
I'm assuming the first are the Usos.
Of course.
The second, who are we talking about? Roman and Solo?
No, I would. I don't even think they filed their paperwork yet, so it doesn't count. Okay. It's been made official, but I heard word that they haven't signed the ink paper yet as the official tag team. All right.
Death to dirt sheets.
Death to dirt sheets, always. But no, I would go personally with Lucha Brothers.
You know what? I forget about them lately, and it bothers me because I'm a big Pentagon fan.
I'm a big Ray Phoenix. Well, I was a Pentagon fan first. I didn't know too much of Ray Phoenix until AEW. So when I saw him, I was like, "Holy moly, done!" I still think if he was to go where greener pastures can be, if he can go to Oz, I think he could be the next Ray to make it Ray. You know what I'm saying? I think he is the best luchador I've seen since young Rey Mysterio Jr. I really do think that. Like, and not putting nothing past Hoovy and of course Jericho and I'm talking about and Eddie Guerrero. I'm talking about like that crop of like he is just phenomenal to me as Ray Phoenix. Phenomenal.
He's phenomenal. He gets injured way too fast, but I do or too much. But I said Pentagon. I think he's one of the best wrestlers in the world. That being said, hey. I don't know, man.
That being said.
Yeah, well, that being said, I haven't heard that one right. FTR, Jeff Jarrett,
let's think. Karen Angle showed up tonight.
Yeah, Karen Jarrett,
I'm sorry.
Did show up tonight.
Listen.
And
can I say something about that too?
Yeah.
If you're going to have a woman, if you're going to get a pop from a woman showing back up, shouldn't she be something we all want to be excited to see? Shouldn't young men and old men all like get excited? Oh my, you know what I mean? Get that little pop from being excited to see like someone you actually like to look at.
Thank you.
No one wants to look at Karen Jarrett, and I get it. She's a married woman. We wrestling fans want to see a single woman, or at least it's a baby mama.
Not really. Karen Jarrett, when she was in Impact Wrestling, and that's where she, made her thing. She was hated. Because of the situation with Kurt Angle.
She was the Vicky girl of them to me.
Except for Vicky knew how to draw heat.
Yeah, just at that level. That's what they're trying to make her.
Karen Jarrett was go away heat because of what happened behind the scenes, and it didn't turn into something positive like with Lita. So. Right, because people hated Lita at first, and then they just got used to the character and like, okay, we actually do like to hate her
because they turned that shit into gold.
Correct.
If we're gonna be this, we're gonna be this on TV.
TNA, however, was unable to capitalize that, and in part of that might be just because Kurt Angle is so beloved. I mean, in my opinion, Kurt Angle is one of the greatest of all time. It does not get the recognition for that.
Greatest in-ring wrestler of all time.
I completely
the only person I put over Bret Hart in the squared circle.
So, because of that, it wasn't a good. But Jeff Jarrett, it comes with his contract. Hey, my wife got to be with her. He has a beautiful wife. They are a beautiful couple.
Keep it in the family. I just, good for them. I love Jeff. Interviewed him a few times. I just want to be, it was some mid. That's all. It was some mid. But this whole feud to me right now was some mid. But this again, they got a big roster. They got a lot of, time to fill. So, hell, speaking of time to fill, they had a big announcement.
Yes. And actually, if you can enlighten us by tell us what that announcement was, I would greatly appreciate it.
Well, which is Mr. Tony Khan, has an announcement he made. He is now, conclusion is coming. AEW Saturday Collision, premieres Saturday, June 17th at 8 o'clock. I just have one question. They will launch a second night of wrestling with AEW Collision featuring headliners Thunder Rosa, Miro, Samoa Joe, Powerhouse Hobbs, Andrade on June 17th as well. This is also come out. It's just a lot of, and this is from AEW themselves. So a lot of things going on there. They're getting the people back. I think they've needed to have for a while. Miro has been missing in action. They needed Miro here. So I'm glad Miro's back. But what do you think it is? I just think, and so I thought at first they were adding a third show. So I'm assuming Rampage is going away. So this is a third show.
Correct. There's a third show. Maybe Elevation's going away. I don't know. They have.
Well, I heard Elevation was going away, but again, as I look at this and I look at the press release that's on AEW, it says TNT launches their second night. Okay, because Rampage is on TBS. Mm-hmm. So there it is. So that's 3 shows. That is just way too many shows, in my opinion.
Yeah, but they have a lot of roster.
Yeah, but that's the problem. This is like babies crawl before they walk. A few they say can run, right? They running too much. I just think get a better grasp of your company and your storytelling first before doing this. You have this roster. You have guys that people want to see. The problem with some other fans, not the core AEW fans that no matter what, they're so butthurt and mad about every other wrestling that pissed them off, WWE, they'd take anything, right? And that's okay. They're welcome to that. They don't owe WWE shit. WWE owes these fans who left them to AEW and other pastures and that's their problem for saying, I don't care about that fan base. You should care about that fan base, okay? But they have all these guys. They have all these girls. But it's not clicking because it's too convoluted.
We need to find out more. I thought the announcement was that Tony Khan knew how to say vagina. We're going to take a commercial break, ladies and gentlemen. We'll come back. We'll talk more AEW. Stay with us. You're watching a popular review.
Previously on the Mike Knox Show.
You got Selena Vega and you got Rhea Ripley, right? What could be better for this match than that? And then Selena Vega said, how about this? Let's make that bigger. Look at that. She came out. This crowd was going bananas. Oh, my God. Oh, Selena. You can't do nothing with Queen Selena. Then all the people started talking about, oh, she can be world champion. She should be world champion. If that person can do it, then anybody can do it. And yes, that is correct. This is the world of professional wrestling. That crowd was insane last night, but when this man came out and he came out paying homage, look at this. He paid homage, may he rest in peace, New Jack. Bad Bunny came out last night and he did his thing on the scene.
Yes, he did, and I was there for it. People keep talking about that daggone pop he got when he came out. It was a good time. But let's talk about some AEW Dynamite tonight, which you said was a smooth show. I can definitely see that, but let's go ahead to the next matchup. Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Hikaru Shida versus the Outcast, which was Ruby Riott and Toni Storm. There you go. Paige was on the outside. Of course, she wrestles on a limited basis, but Toni Storm picked up the victory because she's going to be challenging for the AEW Women's Championship at Double or Nothing. The match was okay. It was decent. Did what it had to do. But DMD, I was surprised took the L, but it doesn't make sense for Hikaru Shida to come back and then take an L immediately because they are a big fan of Shida. So, who knows? Big Daddy Cool, shout out to him, says nobody gives a shit about Shida. He said that every single week, but some people do. I actually like Hikaru Shida. What were your thoughts when it comes to this match, Mr. Knox?
No one gives a about Shida, but I gotta be honest. This is the first time that I saw the Outcasts, and I got them. It clicked for me tonight. The entrance, the look, they changed some things up. Ruby Soho, Ruby Soho. I mean, I've always thought she could wrestle. Just, I think, which is shocking to me, they got her makeup. all 3 girls, all 5 girls looked beautiful tonight. The wrestling, I thought, it gets hit and miss to me in AEW for some reason. I don't know why. I don't know. But I got the story they were telling. I saw how they were interacting with each other. I actually like that group now. I really do. It shocked me. Yes. I was like, I'm watching it. I was like, okay, it's finally, I got it. I see where y'all were going. It was a slow build to it. Y'all worked out some kinks, but it works. And I don't think Paige should wrestle, but on some of the time basis. That's why she's signed here in the first place. I mean, Saraya. So, hey, I was entertained. I was entertained
too.
More than Turtles 3, Turtles in Time, which you can find that on our AEW review show on AEW Entertainment. That's AEW? UPRE Entertainment.
Like I said, Outcast picked up the victory, and we're set for a women's championship match at Double or Nothing. Next match was actually my favorite match of the night, which might surprise a few people. Falls Count Anywhere match between Chris Jericho and Roderick Strong. The match was literally all over the place.
Literally.
Chris Jericho with his Heroes Pop coming in. Actually, this was a little bit of a weird thing because it looked more like Chris Jericho was the babyface and Roderick Strong was the heel, even though that's not the story they're telling. But that's how Catchy came across at times in this match. But
Green Pie!
Which was even more surprising was the fact that Chris Jericho took the L when the match spewed outside of Adam Cole interfering in the match, and Roderick Strong picked up the W. That was a little bit surprising to me, but it works. Chris Jericho could take that L to Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong needs to look stronger coming into AEW, and they needed to get some comeuppance on Adam Cole. On Chris Jericho. So I thought the match was entertaining. I enjoyed it. Good job to Chris Jericho, and good job definitely to Roderick Strong. Roderick Strong is actually another one of the wrestlers I really, really am a big fan of. So I'm glad to see him being utilized. Mike, Knox, your thoughts?
Always been a strong guy. He's just not that guy no more. This is my disconnect sometimes with this company, and I try to get over it. And it's a great match. I'm with you. Best match of the night. I said there was like, I have not seen a Falls Count Anywhere match in a while that I thought was really, really good because it really went everywhere. You know what I mean? Not just in the crowd, not just backstage. They went outside. Okay. That put that picture back up. When they did this, I said, ain't nobody falling. Okay. Okay. But still, the fact that they did it, I give them credit for it. Like you said, I was shocked that Jericho took the pin. If somebody could take it, it can be Jericho. That's just he can do that. He's the Ocho. But good match. I just, who's gonna see Roderick Strong as a champion? You know what I mean? I think a good AEW roster would be about 65 people.
The problem I have with AEW's roster, besides the fact that it's a very, very extensive
They're
roster.
Hold on, I'm sorry. People complain about part-timers. Aren't everybody on AEW a part-timer?
To a certain extent, yes. But my issue with them is they also have Ring of Honor.
Yeah.
What was the point of having Ring of Honor?
Yes.
Don't they need a show before Collision? Like I don't
they
understand.
need a show before?
Your Ring of Honor World Champion, I keep forgetting is Ring of Honor World Champion. I don't know. It's a little crazy to me, but whatever. We'll talk more about it in a second. But that's the matchup between Chris Jericho as well as Roderick Strong. Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Roosh. And very physical matchup, but that's how Roosh usually likes to bring it. Jungle Boy Jack Perry is showing improving each week that he can actually go with a lot of these wrestlers, no matter what size they are. So more power to him. But as he was getting jumped at the end of the match, here comes the savior of Darby Allin, and that still wasn't working. And then comes Sammy Guevara, and the three of the four pillars, I should say, look like they're working in unison because they all had that common goal, along with Charmaine, and that's the scene to take the championship away from MJF. But let's be real, they're not. MJF is winning. MJF is holding on to that championship. He's not losing that title to any of these three men coming up Double or Nothing. Mike, not your thoughts.
You said it all. I like Jungle Boy. But I'm a homer. I mean, that's Dylan McKay's son. Okay. I can see no wrong with him. So Just drop the Jungle Boy and call him Jack Perry. You know, that's it. But very brutal, good match. I like old boy who wrestles the bull. I like that dude. I ain't gonna lie. Very good match. Knew he was gonna get the victory as well. As I said, the theme of the night had already saw it being that the three other pillars were gonna win their matches. They're all in a match, and just how they won their matches. Again, going back, I know we're talking about Perry's match against Rush, but I really did like how Darby Allin earlier tonight won their match. I wanted to say that when he hit him with the MJF get back for the headlock takeover. But yeah, this match was good. They did what it was supposed to do, and this is all moving towards Double or Nothing. Next week's Dynamite's going to be that Dynamite. They do a go home show very well. It's going to get bloody. It might be some cage matches. We don't know. All right, so so far so good for the night. I thought tonight was pretty good.
Sonny Kiss, I believe last time I heard about, because I haven't seen him, of him being on an AEW Dark episode, he was in a faction, which most people in AEW are. So I don't know which one. Somebody will answer that question sooner or later. Main event of the night, Orange Cassidy's episode 21 or 20 Battle Royal at Double or Nothing. Main event of the night, main event match of the night was Switchblade Jay White versus Absolute Ricky Starks. Another match that was very, very solid, but I'm not sure where the storyline is going. Ricky Starks gets upset with the chair, starts swinging it at.
Why was there like the weakest chair shots though?
I don't know.
Like
starts swinging it at Jay White and Jay White's partner. I forgot who it was. Who's Jay White's partner?
Juice Jones.
No,
Orange Juice Jones. Juice Robinson.
No, that's not his name.
It is his name.
No, that's not.
It is his name.
Find out his name.
It is Juice Robinson. I'm reading it in my mind. Don't need one this time. You take a shot.
No, it's not his name.
His name is Juice Robinson.
Okay, here we go. CJ Parker. So, CJ Parker. What?
It's Juice Robinson.
CJ Parker. You see with CJ Parker?
Go ahead, brother. I'm looking it up myself.
Yeah, right. CJ Parker. So, who's done absolutely nothing?
I knew I was right. Wow, look it up.
Who's done absolutely nothing in AEW, but he's like holding Jay White's bags. Good for him, right? Speaking of people's bags he's holding, I didn't know he was married to Toni Storm.
What?
Looks like he's married to Toni Storm.
Who? Juice?
No, CJ Parker.
I guess they're both Australian, eh?
Yeah, he's married to CJ Parker.
Well, good for him.
To Toni Storm. Yeah.
Good for him.
Learn something new every day.
Oh, they make about $100,000 a year total. Great.
Doesn't Toni still have OnlyFans?
Does she still? I know. Yeah. I mean, I'm not paying for her side butt shots, but okay. I'm just saying, I don't get how people pay for stuff like that. There's just the internet. Porn's still free. You know what I'm saying?
Either way you look at it, I'm interested to see where the storyline's going. I know they really want to do something with Ricky Starks, and I know they have to capitalize on Jay White while they have the opportunity.
Jay White does not suck. They just brought him in horribly.
I don't know what Jay White did to you, Shireen, but Jay White does not suck. But I think he is a little stagnant for now because
Look what they did. Look how they brought him in there.
They don't have a lot of space.
That's the problem.
That's what you have Collision for, to try to help with that.
Okay, well, that's what I thought they had Rampage for. We don't see half the people there to be on Rampage. We don't see.
Rampage is only an hour. And Rampage, they're trying to push Rampage. They got the Hardys on. So, I should tell you something. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a last commercial break. When we come back, we'll talk about the main event segment of the night. Stay with us. You're watching Unpopular Review.
where I might obtain 2 or 3 semnuts of platinum paste.
This time of night, huh?
This is the story of 2 aliens, Beldar and Climax.
We are scramblers. I have re-radiated leftover starch discs.
Ah, pizza. I will enjoy it.
Do not sear the top of your neck hole.
For them, it was a chance to build a new dream.
Where are you from?
From France. I come from France.
Boneheads.
Are they from another planet?
If they're not, we should nuke France right away.
All right, so we got Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles franchise going on next Tuesday, 8:30. When we talk about the cartoon, the animated movie came out in 2007. Yeah, looking forward to talking about that. And this Thursday, we are talking about Coneheads. Actually, that's wrong. That is the wrong movie. That's next Thursday.
That's not this Thursday.
Yeah, it's not this Thursday. It's next Thursday's Coneheads. This Thursday, it's we'll stay tuned.
That other comedy.
Idiocracy, I think is what it's called.
Yep.
Idiocracy is what it's called. Look, so that'll be interesting to talk about tomorrow because I won't be on for that. That's why I had to move Coneheads. Anyway, I am the executive consultant. That's Mike Knox. Please make sure you like, love, and share this to all of your wrestling timelines and groups. AEW Dynamite main event segment of the night.
Because I love me. I can't stand myself.
Don Callis coming out after Tony Schiavone called him out. Don Callis called him out. I love Don Callis' entrance. I did love his entrance with his Titantron video, so to speak.
Yeah.
Of him just betraying Kenny Omega. I thought it was gold. I thought it was very, very well done. He said the typical line, "Oh, he couldn't do it without me. He couldn't do it without me." That's what all of them say. They didn't harp on it too long. Let's just get straight to business. Here comes the cleaner. But hey, Combat Club came out doing what they do the best, just jumping people for no reason. Jumping them. Dale Bryan comes out with them. Yeah. Because he hardly ever gets physical that much anymore. He's like the mouthpiece of it. And that leads to the Young Sucks coming out, and that leads to what the important part about it was the return of former AEW World Heavyweight Champion Hangman Adam Page formulating this 4-4 battle that you knew was going to come happen at Double or Nothing that actually has me very excited and interested in.
Ain't it gonna be a stampede match?
I believe so. That's why it was all the chaos in the end to set that up. What do you call it? The something Combat Club? Bullet Combat? No, not the Bullet Club. What do you call it? Blackpool Combat Club versus the Elite. Looking forward to that. Your thoughts?
You buried the best part of the entire thing, and that was my man, Johnny Moxley. John Moxley. We're what everyone wants to be in professional wrestling. We are the Elite. And you want to be like us. I thought that was great. I am here for this. I love John Moxley. I love Daniel Bella. I like the Young Bucks a lot. I do. I don't know if people hate them. Not a fan of Kenny Omega, but the mother sucker can wrestle, and I'm a Hangman Page mark. I can't wait for this. I thought that was dope. I knew it was coming, especially after last week, which I didn't see Don Callis coming. I know everybody said they saw that coming. I didn't. Either way, I thought it was still great, but pretty good. What writings were on the wall? That's the question I should have asked on Money Show. What writing said he was turning? Because there was none.
He is a slime in a
That's
snake.
the only writing. That means that any given moment, we're still waiting for Paul Heyman to turn on Roman Reigns. That's what they do.
But the thing is that they the Elite turned face. Don Callis cannot work in that face part. If Roman turned face, then yes, I do see Paul Heyman turning on him sooner or later. But that's how I said. And then the week before that, they tried to make it seem like Don Callis was going face by having him come out and make a save, so to speak, by getting in other people. I was like, oh yeah, he's turning soon because this is his way of making it not see it coming.
So because it's Don Callis, but the storyline didn't show it coming is what I'm trying to say.
No, the storyline did not, but just because it's Don Callis. Just like I said, Paul Heyman, have you ever really seen Paul Heyman be a face?
No.
Yeah, exactly. It's
only promoting ECW.
Yeah, as
I turned on Punk. So his Punk went face. Got it.
He wouldn't even want to be. Exactly. As soon as Punk went face, and what he say? Because you acted like you didn't need me.
Yeah.
That's what they did. MVP did the same thing to Bobby Lashley. Oh, you don't need me? I got Omos, who doesn't win matches.
Listen, that's all you need. That's all you need right there. John Moxley.
Dean Ambrose.
John Moxley. That's all you need. That's all you need, bro.
Your thoughts on overall product of AEW Dynamite tonight?
Tonight, AEW wins 2 thumbs up for me. I thought all the storylines progressed, moving towards Double or Nothing. I thought the matches were pretty good. I had my little things I pick about Wardlow's wardrobe. I like to see it be Luchasaurus, as you know, but I get why it's Christian. You know what I mean? You still got to use the names you have while you have them there, and it's a ladder match they're building for. I thought, like I said, Outcast finally to me shows something good. I think they're just slowly but surely again. It's just too separated. It's too convoluted. Okay, and I want them to be able to stay with something and let me see something develop and then see the ending of it. Everything happens so fast over here sometimes. So other than that, I thought the show was pretty good. The only thing I did not like on the show was them announcing a 3rd show. I just don't think I'm already lost when I watch AEW. I don't get lost watching other wrestling promotions because they stick to their core and that's what they used. And they sometimes will sprinkle some fairy dust in there of some other things. It's not always just, all over the place. I want to pick my dollars up. Can you just hand me my money, please? You ain't got to do all that. I mean, I'm here for it, but just hand it to me. So.
Can't say I disagree with you at all on that one. I thought AEW Dynamite was a B-. I thought it was good. It had a lot of good parts, but it had a lot of things that kind of took away and I scratched my head on. I do believe they have a lot of wrestlers and sometimes some wrestlers and some wrestling matches, I just don't see the point of it at that particular point in time.
Yeah.
Lee Moriarty shouldn't be on my AEW Dynamite. Sorry, he shouldn't. But anyway, besides that, not bad. AEW Collision. Hey, AEW is making a lot of news in the last month between that and their pay-per-view that they're going to have at Wembley Stadium. So it looks really good. Them appearing on Max is looking really good for the AEW product now, which is why Tony Khan and his Regina has what?
It's private.
No, that's not what I meant. But AEW is on the upscale, and that's good for all wrestling business that's not independent wrestling.
Okay. All righty.
Your final thoughts, Mr. Knox?
Nothing. My thoughts are, I can't believe you said AEW's on the upside.
It is. If you sign a big deal with Warner Brothers making $250 million over the next course of, 5 years or something like that, that's big for AEW. So that's huge. Good for them.
Much of that's payroll.
Yeah, well, as much payroll as they have. Then you have to think about the fact that they have another show. Now, granted, as a wrestling fan, you think, oh my God, more wrestling as a nerd. But as a wrestling fan who actually has a life, now we're talking about shows on Monday. We're talking about shows on Tuesday. We're talking about shows on Wednesday. We're talking about Thursday would have been ideal. Thursday would have been the ideal day to have another show.
Thursday,
Friday after, so maybe they didn't want to do it. Exactly. You have but Thursday's Impact. So there's still a lot of people who watch Impact. So Thursday you have a show. Friday you have a show. Now we have a show Saturday, and Saturdays is when WWE has a pay-per-view. Now, I don't know how that switched where AEW has it on Sundays now and WWE has it on Saturdays. I don't know where that came from, but that's what it is.
The new Saturday show did it, I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's what did it, but I'm surprised. I never thought WWE would have changed to Saturday, but when they started doing
I'd never thought they did that either.
When they started doing live stadium shows, I saw the point because when they do stadium shows, they're hoping people fly out to the city.
They can get home on a
It's easier to do come home on a Sunday than opposed to Monday where you have to go to work. So I for money purposes, because everything's about that almighty dollar, I see the point. So either way. There's a lot of good product out there. We have it here, right? On Unpopular Review, where we have a lot of different content to suit your needs. That's what wrestling has right now. What do you like Raw? What do you like SmackDown? What do you like NXT? What do you like Dynamite? What do you like Collision? What are you going to like Collision? Are we going to review Collision? We're definitely going to review that first episode. We're going to review anytime after that. I don't know. We're having a hard time doing top 5 on Thursday. Speaking of top 5, tomorrow's top 5 is the top 5 Bret Hart matches. Looking forward to that. I know a lot of y'all have Bret Hart in y'all favorites category. But because of that, they want to talk about top 5 matches from the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. Also tomorrow, we're going to be talking about Idiocracy. Idiocracy is part of our comedy movie month. And then, of course, on Sunday, no, they already had Battle. So over in UPR on our Instagram, please make sure that you subscribe so you can watch Battles with Steve Superior and Bad Guy Jack. And on Tuesdays, NXT. Hosted by Bad Guy Jack, and whoever's joined them lately. It's been
Fast 10 spoiler review coming this weekend also.
Fast 10 review is coming this weekend. I haven't seen Fast 9. That might just be Mike Knox and Mike 2. Because unfortunately, I am not going to be able to see that. And then, of course, Mike Knox show every single Monday, 6 o'clock p.m. Stay tuned and watch for that one. And then Wednesdays, AEW Dynamite with Dice as well as myself. Next Thursday, we have predictions. 2 prediction episodes, 1 for AEW Double or Nothing, 2 for Night of Champions. Looking forward to that as well. A lot of product here. Make sure you follow See the Spirit's channel. Make sure you follow Unofficial Camera Woman's channel, and make sure you follow the Victoria's One's podcast. All great content coming channeling through Unpopular Review. For Mike Knox, I'm the Exec Consulting. We will see you right here next time on UPR. Have a good night, everybody.
Because I love me, I'm me. I can't stand myself.